Hello everyone, welcome to Vic Tarot Guidance. Welcome if you're new to this channel, welcome if you're returning. Please consider subscribing down below if you haven't already. And also if any of you are interested in booking personal tarot readings or looking into the services that I offer, I do want to let you know that all the information about that is available in the description box below this video. There you can find my website and also my email, so you can email me if something is unclear, and also you can just check out my website for all the things that I do offer. All right, so there's also a link to booking the personal tarot readings through email on my website. With that being said, now let's go into this video. So we're going to be looking into how your crush sees you and also what are their thoughts and feelings about you right now, okay? So we have three groups to choose from today. Group number one is going to be this Malachite crystal, beautiful Malachite for group number one. And group number one here is also going to be the Fountain Tarot, right? And for group number two, we have the Rose Quartz Heart, beautiful Rose Quartz Heart. And group number two's tarot deck is going to be the Anne Stokes Dragon Tarot, right? And then for group number three, we have the beautiful Unakite crystal. It's beautiful, colorful Unakite, group number three. And for group number three's tarot deck, here we have the Animal Totem Tarot. So this one is for group number three. All right. So feel free to pick your group. The timestamps for each individual group are in the comment section down below and also in the description box. If you feel guided, you can already tap down below, scroll down below, go into your tarot reading. If you feel like you need a bit more time, you can pause the video at this point, take a few deep breaths, maybe drink a little bit of water, get yourself settled into your body, and then feel towards which group, which crystal, which tarot deck is calling to your guiding you to it the very most. That is going to be your group. If you feel like, you cannot choose between two groups, that's completely fine as well. You can pick two groups or maybe even all three. That just means that you have messages in both or all three groups. That's completely fine as well. And if you feel like you want to pick group number three or group number two for like different people, that's completely fine as well. Like if you have maybe two or three crushes, it's completely all right to maybe pick one group for one person, number two for someone else, and number three for someone else entirely. All right, so with that being said, feel free to pick your groups and I'll see all of you in your chosen groups. Hello, group number one, if you picked this Malachite crystal and if you picked the Fountain Tarot, this is going to be your reading today. So we're going to be looking into how does your crush see you and what are their thoughts and feelings of you right now, right? So let's jump into it. So Spirit, please, for group number one, how does their crush see them right now? How does the Malachite's crystal person see them right now? Okay, so we have here the Magician. Okay, so you are seen as a powerful manifestor, a powerhouse, very, very powerful person when it comes to creating the reality that you want. All right, so this person, I feel like, has a great deal of respect for you. They feel like everything always works out in your favor in some way. So it almost feels like you are immensely lucky to this person. They consider you to be a luck magnet, someone who always has good luck, someone who always sort of manifests everything that they desire. This person might be a little bit like almost incredulous, like how do you make this happen? How is everything working out so well for you all the time, How do you always like have this good luck or this good stream of energy coming your way? I feel like this person does not recognize the difficulties that come along with this path. They don't end up seeing how much you might have struggled or how much you might have, sort of let go of. How much work it actually takes to be this good at manifesting, or how, it also has a certain cost, how you must let go of something in order to be this powerhouse. when it comes to bringing about what you want. So this person does not recognize or see the hard work that comes into this whole thing. So, you know, they are a little bit biased just in regards to what they externally see about you. And what they externally see is the end result, but not the struggle, right? So yeah, this person feels like you are magical in some way, that you were born on the good side of life. You don't get to struggle so much, but maybe that's just because you don't talk that much about your own struggles, you know, you sort of deal with it and you don't talk about it with this person. We have the Page of Cups now. So the Page of Cups is someone who is very sweet emotionally. You are someone who is or who is seen as someone very tender, someone very, very soft, very sensitive, like a sweetie type of energy, you know, oh, baby, how sweet you are, how beautiful you are, how sensitive you are, type of energy, almost like a very beautiful, like childlike nature of sweetness, childlike nature of openness is something that this person recognizes and sees within you with the Page of Cups here. So your crush sees you as someone incredibly sensitive, incredibly open emotionally, incredibly like childlike in your openness, like very soft, very sweet, very tender, almost like very innocent in your emotions, you know, how you relate to other people. It's very honest, it's very authentic, it's very real, like raw in its softness is what's coming through here. There's just a precise, beautiful, authentic gentleness about you. And I feel like this person does not recognize or see this in other people as much. And you feel like you are one of a kind because of this as well, because of how tenderly you tend to approach other people, how tenderly your eye contact sort of meets theirs. That there is this special way that you emote with people, you know, your emotions reach people in a different way. It opens them up. It allows them to be vulnerable because you are vulnerable is what's coming through here. But there is like this strength in your vulnerability as well. This doesn't feel like, you know, it's naive. It feels like it's open and sensitive, but there is a strength to this openness and this sensitivity. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups coming through now as well. So this person sees you as someone who is incredibly emotionally fulfilled in your life, someone who is incredibly abundant emotionally. And when it comes to having other people around in your life, this person might recognize that you are someone who has a lot of affiliations or a lot of people around you, people who meet your needs, people who make you feel happy. You know, I feel like this person just feels like your life is a fairy tale or a dreamland or like heaven, you know. I feel like it's quite unrealistic how this person perceives you, but from their point of view here, it feels like they don't see anything wrong in your life. Like you have everything figured out, you have all the right people around you, you have all the right circumstances around you at all times. And I feel like this person might sometimes be a little bit like incredulous and maybe even a little bit envious of your situation. Not meaning so much envious in a bad way, just like, how do you make this happen? Like incredulous envy is something that I'm picking up here, you know. They do wish to have such soft and gentle and abundant emotional life full of connection as you do, but you know, this is just how your person perceives you. This might be far from the truth of your situation here. You might be like, what? I struggle with loneliness as well. I struggle with, you know, building connection. My connections and my relations with people are far from perfect and far from gentle, but that's just your reality, and that's not how your person here perceives you. They perceive in you a certain strength, yes, certain inward strength, a certain ability to go and meet your goals, a certain ability to be very soft spoken even when you are angry, to be like, you know, being able to channel your anger in a very productive way is what's coming through here, in a very empowered way. This person also sees you as someone who doesn't get like very, very angry often. they see you as someone who has a very good grasp on your emotional world. Like you tend to just have this temperance and this harmony when it comes to handling your emotions. It's what they are seeing with you. It's again something that they deeply value within you. I feel like overall this person sees you as someone who has incredible value, as someone who also they wish they could be. So there is this strong projection that's happening from them towards you here that I'm picking up, in terms of they perceive you as someone who is perfect or someone who has things figured out, and this person doesn't realize or see the hardship or the connected energy to that. But yeah, they see you as someone who has immense inner strength as well. Someone who always sort of approaches things in a very positive light, someone who doesn't get angry so much in a like a destructive way, someone who is always like constructively angry, if you will. Okay, so what else, Spirit? Group number 1. How does their crush see them? One more card, please, in regards to how their crush sees them. The Queen of Cups, yes. Just very gentle person. We have a lot of water energy. You might be seen as someone who is quite sexual as well, but sexual in the sense of feminine sensitivity, you know, that soft, nurturing sexuality and sensuality that comes with the feminine. They also see you as someone incredibly nurturing to them, someone who only with your presence or with your eye contact sort of soothes the room or them. You have a very strong soothing effect on the presence of this person. So they see you as someone who is maybe also a little bit psychic, someone who is very connected to your emotional world, someone who is very present with the emotional space. You're also someone who is very sweet, someone who is a little bit introverted, a very strong introverted feeler, definitely. You know, very, very in contact with your emotions, very soft, tender towards other people, understanding that we're all going through a lot and sort of being there for other people and being there for yourself. Like this person sees you as someone who has a very strong emotional caliber here. Definitely. With the Chariot here, we do have also someone who they perceive as go-getter, or someone who is like, okay, I'm going to go towards that, I'm going to achieve that. So they see you as someone who takes action, someone who is action-oriented, but like in a gentle way, because with all of these cards, you're not someone who is just like going for it. You're someone who is, yes, action-oriented, but also in a gentle, slow manner is what's coming through. Someone who doesn't struggle so much with anxiety or anxious thoughts is what they perceive. You know, with the Seven of Swords reversed, this sees like someone who doesn't have to struggle so much to be who they are. Someone who doesn't have to struggle to be perceived in a nice way or perceived in an authentic way. Okay. Right, so let's look at their feelings now. What are their feelings and thoughts for you, my beautiful group number 1? Okay, so what is this person feeling? Let's look at their feelings first and then let's look at their thoughts. So what is this person feeling? We have the solar plexus chakra. Interesting. They are feeling a lot of self-empowerment towards you. They are feeling like their self-confidence, their self-esteem is rising towards you. Maybe you helped empower this person in some manner as well, and they feel like their self-esteem is really high with you. They really tend to trust themselves with you. We have discontent and boredom reversed, the Four of Cups reversed. I feel like this person feels quite comfortable with you, like it feels like you guys might not be doing so much together, or just in general, you know, it feels like your connection feels quite calm to them at least, but it's not boring, you know. It's not like it brings them discontent, but rather it brings them a certain peaceful contentment, like being very at peace with oneself and being very at peace with where one is at a certain point, which also does breed their confidence. Breeds confidence, such a cute word. and self-esteem, like yes, empowerment to be able to reach something. You settle this person, you make them more still, you make them feel more at peace with who they are and what they want to become, what they want to be in life. Let's see what else. How do you make them feel? How does group number 1 make this person feel? Spirit, we have stand your ground. Yeah, you definitely empower this person greatly. The 7 of Wands. So strong empowerment, strong empowered energy is what's coming through here. You know, standing their ground. Again, the solar plexus is strong here. Standing their ground with the boundaries, you know, knowing where their boundaries are. You know, what they value. You sort of bring this person into alignment is what they feel. You allow them to tap into their intuition and trust in spirit as well. Trust in the good circumstances that are coming their way. I feel like you have a very strong ethereal presence when it comes to this person's emotions in general. You make them feel very, very good. Like you are a messenger, that it's all going to be all right, that spirit is always there, that it's all going to be taken care of. Like the universe has your back type of energy is what this is telling me. I feel like this person deeply values you, but also they feel like they have a bit of a trouble understanding you or understanding your atmosphere, your mood, the way that you present yourself a little bit. Feels like this person is like living in a different world from you. You are more ethereal, more like astral dimension like, and this person is more like material world here and now, and they may struggle understanding some spiritual concepts or things like that because they're not so aligned with those messages just yet. But it feels like through this stillness, gentleness, and emotional attunement, you allow them to express that. Okay, so yeah, we have spiritual strength, the 9 of Wands. You allow this person to connect with spirit more through just being around them. A strong, strong message here. Okay, you align this person spiritually. You allow them to rest, rejuvenate, and to find themselves again. Okay, so let's see what are their thoughts of you right now. I am definitely picking up that this person might have a bit of a crush on you as well, or at least a fascination with you. We have the Hanged Man. You allow this person to look at the world differently, so sacrifice is what's coming through here. You allow them to shift their perspective so that they are like, okay, this is how I could look at the world as well. This is how I could perceive things as well. You have a certain specific mindset that you bring to the world, especially to this person. Wow, we have the 6 of the major arcana, so this is the lover's energy. Okay, so you allow this person to see the world differently, and what they think of you is that you are their soulmate here. Okay, harmony. They find such immense peace with you, such beautiful harmony. The 10 of Cups is here as well. So this person perceives you as their soulmate. You calm them in such a way that feels divine to them. When you two are around each other, when you two are together with each other, you calm this person up, down, up and down. We also have Triumph here. So all 3 major arcanas in terms of thoughts. This person feels like they are thinking about coming towards you. They feel like they got a good card when they met you. You know, this person feels like I met this person, and this feels like a victory to me, that I have met them, that I am with them, and we have the universe here. So, you know, there's like, wow. This person sees like there's a completion here with you. Like with these 2 cards being here, this is like the universal sign of a perfect couple to them. This person sees you as even maybe their twin flame, if they're connected to that concept. If not, they are just feeling, they know, they are thinking that you are someone very, very special to them, that the universe sent you here for a reason, that you are here to really meet them, to align them, and they are here to align you, to help you rise up into more of your own empowerment. There is a certain beautiful give and take between the two of you that is occurring in this person's mind. And this is just like a certain sign to you that this person is indeed thinking the same as you are. Now they perceive you to be an incredibly special connection to them. There is a strong recognition between the two of you here also, and a certain reward that comes out of knowing each other and connecting with each other. And this person knows this. They know that you two recognize each other and call each other into empowerment and into rising into your higher embodiment, into your highest timeline if you want, into your higher self if you want, however you want to call that. It feels divine. It feels divinely guided, what is happening between your connection. I feel like just because these are this person's thoughts, they are thinking this already. They are thinking that you are special to them, that you are their soulmate, that you're a sacred couple, and they are thinking about how they could come forward. But also they are immensely grateful just to have you in their lives, They're so grateful that you were here. It already feels like a victory just with you being here in their lives. Very beautiful energy. Okay, so I want to just get you now some guidance, my beautiful group number 1, to see what wants to come through as your guidance. So sorry, I'm just struggling with closing the thing a bit. Okay. Righty, so Spirit, please. For group number 1 here. Let me just bring the camera out a bit. Okay. So for group number 1, please, what's their guidance right now? What's the guidance here for group number 1? Okay, we have to receive, you must release. Okay, to receive this person, to receive this connection, you must release. What can you let go of? What do you want to receive is your question here, right? So let's see what this one has to say. So basically this card is saying that it can be terrifying to let go of aspects of your life, but it is necessary for your optimal growth at this time. Holding on will only keep you stuck in a very static and unfulfilled routine. So holding on to what you have right now, what is no longer serving, it may feel as if the world is crumbling around you and everything you've worked for is suddenly falling away. But what if this isn't actually the case at all? Spirit is asking you. So what if everything falling away is removing itself so the new can take hold? Okay, so you always do have to let go of something to be able to receive something new. When we hold on to what wants to be released, we are resisting the natural flow of life. So always shifts are always happening all around you. Think of it as spring cleaning for your soul. The things that are falling away, let them fall away. As you do, you open yourself up to more of what is aligned to the emerging you, so to the you that you are becoming. The universe has a beautiful plan for you, but you must let go of what you think your life is supposed to look like so you can welcome in the life you are truly made for. Okay, so the divine assignment here with this card is basically, as you step away from what no longer serves you, you are being asked to shatter illusions of separation, which is why you may feel as if so much is crumbling around you. Use this time to reflect and realign with yourself. Go inward and really get clear about who you are, what you stand for, and what matters most to you. Okay, when you are aligned with your truth, which is love, you have nothing to fear. Remind yourself things aren't falling apart. Everything is simply falling into place. Okay, questions to ask. What can I let go of? What do I want to receive? Right? Beautiful. Beautiful energy. So that's all I have for you, my beautiful group number 1. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, for connecting. If you want to check out my website for everything that I offer in terms of services, make sure to do so. If you want more content from me, you can check out my Patreon channel as well. All right, so with all that being said, thank you so much for connecting, for sharing your energy, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you soon in another video. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Hello, beautiful group number 2. Let's just bring this in a little bit closer. So welcome if you picked this group number 2 with the rose quartz heart here. And if you have picked the Anne Stokes Dragon Tarot here, this is going to be your reading for what does your crush see you as? So how do they see you? And also what are their thoughts and feelings towards you at this point? So let's get into it. Spirit, please, for group number 2. So how does their crush perceive them? The Knight of Swords, interesting. So the Knight of Swords is how they perceive you. I see that they see you as someone who is very outspoken, someone who is very, very clear when it comes to communication. You are perceived as someone very, very honest, okay? So when something needs to be said, you're seen as someone very honest, very straightforward. You tend to be very good at communicating, and there's a sense of urgency often, you know, when you want to communicate something or when you want to convey some type of information to someone, there is often like a sense of urgency to that. Like you have to do it. You have to speak out. Like there is no filter even with you sometimes. Okay, that might not be how you perceive yourself as, but this is how your person perceives you. They are sometimes also scared of the truth that you might convey to them or the truth that you might speak into being for them. It feels like it's quite a lot often to be met with the truth from you. They know they have to hear it, but sometimes the truth that you offer them, like put on their plate, is like a little bit harsh. But it's the way that you do, it's the way that you communicate. It also perceive you as someone who is incredibly smart. You might be into higher education, higher educational systems here as well. But the Knight of Swords, this feels like you are a researcher or an investigator of some kind. You know, very, very strong when it comes to mind, when it comes to the intellect. This person sees you as someone who is incredibly intelligent. Okay, so let's see what else now. Spirit, please, for group number 2, what else? How does their crush see them? We have the Knave of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords as well. They see you as someone who is very, very curious. A very curious investigator indeed. Someone who is very excited about learning new things. So you are just that very strong archetype when it comes to learning, when it comes to conveying information. I'm definitely picking up someone in higher education, and we have the King of Swords here on the bottom of the deck. So, you know, what are the odds? So yeah, definitely, you know, you are very, very smart. Like this person sees you as incredibly smart. And also very smart in a certain masculine way. So I feel like you really like teaching others as well. You like to put this knowledge out. So whatever you learn, you are perceived as someone who needs to communicate that to other people, who needs to share that with other people, who needs to sort of, you know, put the knowledge out there, who needs to have connections with the things that you have learned. You know, if there was the Queen of Swords here, I would be more attuned to the energy, for example, of learning, reading for yourself, for your own betterment and for your own understanding. But with there being like so much masculine energy with the Knight here and with the King of Swords here, This to me feels like you want to push the energy out, you want to share this energy with others, you have to connect this energy with someone for it to be meaningful to you. With the Knave of Swords, you are of course very, very introverted about this as well. You are very curious, you like to read, you like to interpret things for yourself, but there is a sense of urgency when it comes to sharing this with others. You know, there is a sense of I need to share this with others for it to make sense to me. So this person sees you as someone very, very good at rhetoric, for example, very good at speaking to a lot of people, very good at communication, very, very good at communication, very straightforward, very strict, very honest with your communication. You also do know where you stand often. So it's not like you have to search a lot to be able to come into contact with what you want to communicate to other people. Like you are very often straightforward, very, very clear about where you stand with your knowledge here. Right, so let's see what else. Also very curious. You feel like you are someone who is like a searcher for knowledge, like an investigator, as said previously, you know. You have a lot of clarity about things as well, is what's coming through here. And also sometimes you can appear cold and emotionless to this person. Okay, so you know your communication also has a cutting edge sometimes, especially like with all of these cards. Yes, you're also seen as someone who is very brave and clever, but sometimes too fast to rush into the unknown situations. All right. And also, what else? Yeah, someone who is definitely, you know, very, very straightforward. Almost also someone comes who is in authority over something, someone who is a very good analytical thinker, and someone who is highly connected to logical, clever attention, and someone who is also very much focused on clever attention to details, okay? Meaning that you are someone who is very controlled, logical, analytical, which also does align beautifully with law, for example, and judgment, all right? So that's how your person perceives you as of now. I'm just going to put this king here because I feel like it strongly aligns with you guys. All right, so let's see what else for group number 2. How are they perceived? Someone very just here as well. Okay, very, very just. Very, very, very strict emotionally. 6 of Wands. You are perceived as someone who is very successful overall in your life, right? So you tend to be very noticed. This person might see you as someone who is also, for example, how should I say, like famous, right? So someone famous, someone who always has good news, and someone who has a lot of achievements. Like you always have a lot of acclamation and reward as well in your openness or in your environment. That's what I want to say. Lot of recognition. You might be famous for something, or you know, people do recognize you, people acclaim you for something from this person's point of view. You want to point out if you know you're like, well, this isn't me, this is how your person perceives you. So some of it is probably aligned, even if you don't see that about yourself. So group number 2, what else? I feel like for some of you, this person is someone who is very sensitive as well, or more sensitive than you are. We have the 5 of Swords. I feel like that, like you might be someone who is in law, because I feel like from this person's perspective, you thrive on some type of conflict or some type of conflicting situation. You like to debate, is what's coming through with this energy. You like to debate, which is interesting, which is often the energy that I connect with law here personally. Okay, so they like to, they think of you as someone who is good at identifying uncertainty and sort of bringing that into focus, you know, and sort of fixing things justly with a very sharp mind and with a very sharp sword here as well. So you're not someone who is going to take on any type of bullshitting or any type of bullshit behavior from someone else. You see that, you see through that. You're able to be intuitively connected to that and be like, no, dude, no, that's not what we're doing here. Very, very clever mind, a strongly clever mind. This is making me think of Sherlock Holmes, especially like the BBC version of the Sherlock Holmes, or maybe even Mycroft Holmes here from that, because there's such a sharpness to this. Okay, so we have here the Empress coming through now. You also are very beautiful in just your appearance, but also in your character. You have a strong majesty about you. You also do tend to be quite creative, right? So with the Empress being here, there seems to be like there is a creative spark within you. This creative spark does not always come through, but there's a strong confidence and beauty to you here. You are someone who is very protective, or seen as someone who is very protective of the things that you value, of your own kin, of your projects, for example, of things that you just feel strongly towards. You are someone who rules in creativity, someone who is seen as very fertile. That depends on what you do. Maybe just in terms of your projects, you are seen as someone who is very fertile, and someone who is always evolutionary, someone who is always evolving is what wants to come through. So this card also indicates evolution and growth. And this person does see you also as someone very, very passionate, and someone who is overall very fulfilled in their lives. Okay? Someone who is very self-disciplined, but also has a certain sensual pleasure to them, you know, a certain openness, certain sensitivity, gentleness, and almost like a scary amount of beauty sometimes, like a sharp, beautiful energy of beauty here. Just love the vibe of this energy, you guys. Love what you picked here. Love what I'm tapping into. This person is like a force to be reckoned with. Is what group 2 is saying. Like, oh, like they admire you a lot here, I have to say that. Okay, so what else? Maybe 1 or 2 cards, please. Ace of Swords, again, the 10 of Wands, okay? And the Ace of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. So definitely this person recognizes that you are also very connected to your intuition. You are someone who is deeply aligned with your soul and with your soul's calling, right? So then we have here the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords represents a lot of clarity again. Lots and lots of clarity. The Ace of Swords, it's often associated with a person who has a lot of strength, is a force for good, and also has a lot of like mental power and very, very progressive, maybe revolutionary thought. Just before, when I said evolutionary, it felt like revolutionary thought to me. So you are seen as someone who is a reformer in your field, or someone who is not doing things in a traditional way, especially. Okay. So there is a sense of strength to you, a sense of great clarity and breakthroughs that come with your involvement into something. And then we have here the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Cups. So sorry, the Ace of Cup energy. That energy is more connected to the spirit and to the gentleness of spirit here. So what I feel when I tap into this card is a lot of intuition. It represents emotional connection to one's emotions, and also psychic energy here. So you are also seen as someone who is very receptive, very reflective as well. So you're very fluid, sometimes very, very artistic here. You are someone who might even be a new love for this person, or a new friendship for this person. There's like a beautiful coming together here that I feel as a connection to spirit. as well. Okay. Yes. You are someone who might be quite romantic, unexpectedly romantic as well, or just unexpectedly sweet when they get to know you, or when someone gets to know you here as well. So yes, that's what wants to come through. With the wand energy, with the 10 of wands, what wants to come through here is that you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself that this person sees. Like they see you as someone who is just very much under pressure and who is overburdening themselves sometimes with things that you are doing. So someone who puts definitely so much pressure on themselves that it's sometimes difficult for you to complete and handle it all, which might lead to burnout here as well. Okay, so there is a burden on you, the wielder of the wands, often with self-imposed mental and physical problems related to this. So this person sees you as someone who takes a lot of things upon themselves to handle it, but then you might sometimes struggle with dealing with all of that as well. So they have a lot of compassion for you in regards to that. So let's see now, what are their thoughts and feelings of you? Let's look at feelings first. So what are group number two's person's feelings here? Firm foundation. So they feel like they are a little bit stuck in this situation with you right now. They have a firm foundation upon which your connection is built, but they feel like they can't move away from this. They don't know how to move forward. I feel like this person would want to get to know you better, but I feel like you also do present yourself with like a strong exterior, so they don't know how to move forward. This person has a lot of passion for you and they want to reawaken the fertility and also the creativity between the two of you with the solar chakra, the sacral chakra here. They want to be creative with you. They want to be passionate with you. They might want to engage in sexual activity with you here as well. This is just what they feel. This person is very passionately connected to you. And we have the awareness. So yeah, this person feels like you bring a lot of awareness to them. They feel very drawn to you. They feel like they want to manifest you. So there's like a feeling, a desire to connect to you here, just from their emotional space. And also we have light. So yeah, beautiful connection, very, very joyful connection. They feel very drawn, connected to you, almost blinded by you sometimes with the light, with the sun. There is this enlightenment that this person feels with you. You're a very strong character in their lives here. So what are their thoughts here, please, Spirit? Their thoughts are material harvest. Okay, so they want to bring something into being here. Material harvest, very connected to, you know, the autumn period, the fall period. So they basically see this as something that has a lot to offer them on the physical plane. And they also feel like they themselves have a lot to offer you on the physical plane. This is in terms of thoughts, okay? So they are thinking about how much they could offer you and how much you could offer them, how much you could sort of benefit each other. With the 8 of Wands, we have accelerated motion. So this person definitely wants to move towards you quickly. There's this wish to sort of scoop you up and be with you. And to do that in a very passionate way again. There's strong passion here. We have fertility coming through now with the Empress again represented in this group. So this person sees you as someone who is very fertile. I feel like this person might be wanting to make you pregnant. That's something that's just coming through here with the Empress. So if that resonates with you guys, this person is thinking about what you would be like as a parent, as a mother, or as a father, for example. You know, they might be thinking of children or just living together. How would it be like to create a life together with you here? That's something that they're thinking about. If not, you know, the pregnancy, they're just thinking about how to create a better living situation with you where you two can thrive with each other. Here we have mental conflict as well. So the 2 of Swords. So this person is a little bit in a conflicting situation in regards to, just sorry, I'm scratching myself. So in regards to where they want to take this connection, they are a little bit uncertain about where to go in their thoughts, you know, what to do with you in their thoughts. I feel like they are a little bit intimidated by you at some points, but also very connected to you, very drawn to you. So they might not know exactly what to do in this connection just yet. Like their thoughts are a little bit like, should I take this chance? Shouldn't I take this chance? What should I do with this person? Group number 2, what should I do with them? Should I create something new? So should I open up to them more? What should I do? Should I just leave it at that? You know, they're a little bit in conflict here. Anything else here, Spirit? Financial and material changes is what is happening as well. Maybe this is something that is connected to this person and just their current financial or physical circumstances. And this is something that this person has on their mind as something that's connected to this connection. You know, their own finances, their own growth. And we have truth here. So judgment is present. This person knows that there is a strong truth in this connection, that they should maybe communicate to you the truth, that they should step up towards you if that is something that resonates with you and your situation. This person wants to see what else is there, what else can come out of this connection between the two of you. So they're thinking about what else will be revealed in this connection in the future. Here with truth, it almost feels like it's a very it's an energy of expectations. It's an energy of what else will be revealed here for us. What else do we not see about this connection just yet? Right? So with that being said, that's what your person is thinking about you. Let's just give you some guidance now. Beautiful group number 2 here. Just going to make the camera shift out a bit. Right, so let us see what wants to come through here. Group number 2, please, Spirit. What is the guidance for group number 2 at this point, please, at this time? What is the guidance here? Okay, we have prioritize self-love and care. Right, so when do you feel most nurtured and cared for here? Right, so let's look into this energy, into this card. I'm just going to bring it to you so you can look at it and connect to it better. So this card is saying to prioritize self-love and care. So you may feel as if you don't have much control right now and your world is spinning out of order. But this card is basically a gentle reminder that you have more control than you think. You have the power to be present in this moment and focus on how you want to feel right now. To stay grounded, prioritize your self-love and self-care practices. Get back to basics and take care of yourself. Self-love isn't about being selfish, it's also about self-fulfillment, all right? So it's about self-fulfillment, basically. You may be showing up for everyone else and taking care of others at the expense of yourself at this time as well, okay? So when you take care of yourself first, everything else can flourish around you. What is your assignment? What this card is telling you is to ask yourself, basically, what does self-love mean to you? How often do you look in the mirror and say kind things to yourself? Connect to that, and if you don't, say them, right? So this is a glorious opportunity to improve your relationship with yourself at this point. Treat yourself with compassion. And also, can you celebrate yourself instead of berating yourself for something? Use this time to create a new self-care or self-love routine for yourself. What activities make you feel nurtured? Add them to your daily routine. Give yourself the care you need and watch how everything around you is going to transform. Focus on your daily routine and also carved out time for yourself. So carve more time out for yourself is your guidance. This could be as simple as taking time out to journal, taking a hot bubble bath with some Himalayan salt, for example, or things like that, or going for a walk in the nature. You can also go to a mirror, look into your own eyes and compliment yourself. So say things that are beautiful out loud to yourself. Feel the power of love moving through you also as you do this, and connect more deeply with yourself. Your question to ask is here: when do I feel most nurtured and cared for? You can also use that as a prompt for journaling if you're guided to do that. So that's what I have for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. If you want to check out what I offer in terms of services and other offers, you can check out my website. The link to that is in the description box below this video, so make sure to check that out. If you want to be informed on some things, or just want more information, you can contact me through my email address as well. So sending you so much love, so much light. If you want more content, you can check out the Patreon. Everything is always in the description box, okay? So thank you so much for sharing your energy, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you again in another video. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Mwah. Hello, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So if you picked Unakite crystal today, and or if you picked the animal a totem tarot here, this is going to be a reading for what are they perceiving you as. So how does your crush see you at this point? Just going to bring this a little bit closer to get more beautiful imagery, and also we're going to be later looking into how do they feel and think of you right now, right? So let's see what wants to come through here. I'm already playing. I feel like I'm such a playful energy here. So playfulness feels like it's a theme here. Playfulness, having fun. Yeah, lots, very joyful, optimistic, sort of flowy energy. So how does group number 3's person see them, please? Very calm, very joyful, yes. Okay, so how do they see them, group number 3, please, Spirit? How do they see them? How does their crush see them? Thank you. We have the Magician. Interesting. The Magician already came through in our first group. That's interesting. So the Magician energy. You are seen as a good manifester. What else can I tell you? You are seen as someone who is very... I'm getting the energy of a trickster here a little bit. Like you know which way to go to get your way, especially with this being with, the 7 of Swords. There feels like there's a little bit of a trickster energy to you that your person sees you having or using often to get towards what you want. You may use methods from this person's perception that are just, not usually used, is what I would say. So for example, using your intuition very strongly to get towards what it is that you're wanting without really going about it in the traditional setting. What is coming through here is how your person sees you as someone who is very mischievous and also very wise when it comes to getting what you want. And you also might not always take the direct route towards what it is that you're wanting. So this person feels like they might be more traditional minded, in a traditional setting, or how they do things is more traditional. And they perceive you as someone who just goes about it in a more, unorthodox way. And then they're like, okay, how is this working better for them? What are they doing? What is happening here? They're a little bit incredulous when it comes to you and your results then, because they are not made in the traditional way, and that sort of confuses this person a lot. They also see you as someone who might not be, I don't want to say honest, but who they don't know so well. They see you as someone who still has a lot more to show them or tell them or communicate to them. You're a little bit of an enigma to this person. Even though they might have known you for a long time, or have been in contact with you for a long time, you're still seen as an enigma to this person, all right? So they are like, what is happening? Who are they? What are they doing? You seem to also be very good when it comes to shifting your behavior. So a little bit of a chameleon energy is what's coming through here as well. You confuse this person. Definitely confuse this person. We have the Hermit energy coming through next. So I feel like you are someone who is spiritual. I am picking up Sufism, so Sufi tradition, for example, maybe Arabic traditions as well, connected to that energy here, definitely. Maybe you are someone who reads poetry as well, someone who has read and maybe quoted Rumi often, or some other poet. It does feel like you're deeply spiritual, but spiritual in a very specific sense, in your own sense, in how you personally understand the world and what the spirit has shown you about itself personally. So there is a strong personal, mystical, a spiritual connection that you feel towards the earth and towards the higher consciousness here. Again, this person feels sometimes strongly flabbergasted by you, by the things that you share with them, or by the things that you might be doing, how you might be getting towards things. You do maybe seem a little bit witchy at times as well. With all of this coming through, it feels like there is a witch within you, that this person's like, how do you do this? You are using this potion or this candle to do like your spell work or things like that, and this person's like, what do you do? How do you do this? What's going on, you know? That type of energy. They don't understand your methods, but your methods seem to be working, so it leaves them confused. They see you as someone who is out of their grasp of understanding. So this person would have to look at things differently to be able to understand you. We have the Five of Pentacles here. They see you as someone who is connected to your own pack. Like even when it comes to difficult situations, or when you're struggling with some things, you are deeply connected to your own pack, to your own people. You are someone who is able to find guidance in difficult circumstances, in difficult situations. This person sees that as a very good skill to have, something they really honor within you. We have the Three of Pentacles. They see you as someone who is a very good co-worker or a good team worker. So someone who gets along well in a team, whatever that means. It can be work situation, or just, you know, you are out with friends and you need to decide where you're going to go next or what you're going to do next. So you're a very good team player when it comes to that. They see your skills as very important because you tend to understand other people very, very well. Like you tend to connect to other people and see into what they need the most, so then you can sort of suggest decisions or options that read or feel well to everyone involved in the circumstance. But again, there is just this energy, like this person, they know you. Like there's this energy, they know you, but they don't know you. Like they're like, what is going on with this person? Who are they? What are they? What do they do? You know, there's this big question mark around you. Like there's this strong, mysterious nature to you that this person can't get their finger on. But at the same time, you seem to be very honest. You seem to be very communicative. You know, you seem to be like a normal person. But at the same time, you're not a normal person, is what this person can see. And they're just having this energy around you, and they just get super confused about you often. You have the Hierophant, so you have a lot of wisdom. This person sees you as someone who has a lot of traditional wisdom to offer, someone who has the key to understanding the world. Here, you might have read a lot of texts, or in general, there's a lot of connection here with spirit, with source, with sacred scriptures as well. Or at least this is how they perceive you, because they perceive you as someone who is very wise. So they might think, oh, this person might have read a lot to have so much information, but maybe you didn't read a lot as well. This is just something that's inherent in your own being. So let's see what else. How do they see you? How does their crush see them, please, Spirit? Oh, interesting, the Emperor, someone who is very strong in their masculine energy. So even if you're a feminine energy, basically watching this video, this person perceives you to be strongly in your masculine essence. So the masculine essence is that of control, is that of logical thinking, analytical thinking, structure, you know, being very orderly in a sense, being very controlled, like keeping timetables, keeping a good like calendar, being very structured in your daily life. Maybe someone who is also quite an authoritative figure in your field, in something that you are connected to or something that you work in. Someone who is very active also in the external world, someone whose voice is often heard in the external world as well. That's how they perceive you here. So let's see what else. Someone who is very strong in your energy. We also have here the Three of Swords along with the Star. So the Three of Swords is coming through reversed and the Star is here upright. I feel like this person also sees you as someone who has been through a lot of heartbreak, but somehow you are still able to find your North Star, your guidance, and a positive attitude and optimism through this. So this person notices and they see you as someone who has had a lot of difficult circumstances on your road, but then you come through with this beautiful light. You know, they meet you and they get to know these things about you, but overall what they see is shining. What is shining is this beautiful lighthouse, this beautiful light that's guiding people home, that's full of optimism, that's full of light and love and appreciation. And I feel like there's a huge honoring of you in this. There's a huge honoring of you when it comes to this, when it comes to you being able to transmute and shift your perception of a circumstance towards how is this serving me, how is this bringing me good, and for you to be able to shine this beautiful light of yours in spite of everything that you got to face as maybe a child, as a teenager, as an adult self. You know, they honor you and they appreciate you through this. Very beautiful energy here. And we have the Ten of Cups. Oh my God. So yeah, this person sees you as someone who has it all. Maybe in terms of family, maybe in terms of friends, maybe in terms of just general connection. This person sees you as someone who is deeply connected to their emotions and to the people around you as well. You are someone who is seen as very abundant in connection, very abundant when it comes to connecting with people and being satisfied with people, being sort of enmeshed and cuddled in a beautiful love and in a beautiful give and take circumstance around with the people that are with you. There's this beautiful love when it comes to you and your family as well, that this person feels is present. That might be your, you know, parental family or just your people who have looked over you, for example. There's this beautiful connection that they see with your friends and with other people. You know, you don't seem to struggle so much with connection, is how they perceive you, which might be far from the truth, I'm telling you, but you know, this is how your person sees you, right? So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. They see you as someone who is overall very self-satisfied, very successful in your life. You have the Nine of Cups here on the bottom of the deck. So someone who does practice self-love, someone who is self-sufficient and self-loving. I do want to mention some signs. So we have here Aquarius energy, we have the Aries energy, and we have the Taurus energy over here. Completely forgot to do that with other groups, but I guess it wasn't as important to do it there. So let's see now what wants to come through here. So what are their thoughts? Spirit, please stop telling me too much. So Spirit, what are their feelings now? Let's be a bit more precise here. What are group number 3's crushes feelings towards them at this time, please? What are their feelings here? Thank you. They are emotionally withdrawing from this connection at the moment, is what's coming through. They are trying to find their own path. Okay, interesting. This person is trying to look deeper within themselves, to find their own meaning, to find their own path in this situation with the Eight of Cups. So they might be taking some time off, they might be withdrawing from you, they might be just finding their own spiritual fulfillment. Maybe you shook up this person a little bit and now they're feeling like they have to find their own truth again, internally, emotionally. We also have here the spiritual union, so the Two of Cups coming through, and we have the Lovers card here as well. So this is telling me that there is something important here that this person feels with you, and they feel like they have to better themselves to be able to fall in alignment with you. We have the Universe reversed on the bottom underneath this one. So this to me is speaking that something in this person's life is not aligned with you just yet. You seem to be in alignment, especially like from their perspective. You seem to be in alignment with your spirituality here, with yourself, but they feel like they are not aligned completely with who they want to be. They're a little bit confused. That's at least the energy that I'm picking up from this person. So for them, they feel there is something special here because this is present, you know. They feel like you might be their soulmate, their spiritual partner, their strong kindred connection, kindred soul connection, you know, those types of things. This person feels this, so they know it in their heart, but they also feel like they are not completely there yet. Wow, what fell in there? We have disruption and choosing wisely. Okay. So there's a disruption going on in this person, not knowing which way to go, not knowing which way to choose. Disruption is coming through here. This is like a tower energy, like things are shifting for this person emotionally at the moment. And they are currently in a lot of discontent and boredom with themselves, trying to find solitude, trying to find some understanding of why this is happening on a more sort of ethereal level, on a level that's not so physical, that's more like in the realm of spirit. They're trying to find guidance and understanding, but might be struggling with that at the moment, might be struggling with finding their path, which is why they're emotionally withdrawing, so they don't push this energy on you. They don't want to push this energy on you, but they definitely feel like they need to find their own sense of truth first. They need to find their own alignment here with the Universe reversed. They need to find their own place within the universe, is what they are feeling here, to be able to match you in this energy. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, anything else in regards to their feelings? I feel like their feelings are all over the place. There is huge disruption there. And yeah, they're just not overall, just not good in their feeling state right now, not feeling good right now. That's why they are just trying to find some stillness and solitude within themselves to be able to find what is happening for them. Okay, so let's look at their thoughts now. So Spirit, for group number 3's person's thoughts, please. So what are their crush's thoughts? We have deception and envy. So, okay, so this person feels like they have not been authentic with you. They have maybe been envious of you, jealous of you in some way, which is interesting. They feel like there's a strong energy of projection here, like you are coming through as a certain aspect of themselves that they have not yet embodied, and then they are feeling envious, jealous, etc. But at the same time, they don't feel like they are authentic with you about themselves, authentic with themselves about themselves, which is also why they feel like they're emotionally withdrawing. So let's see what else, what are their thinking, what's their thinking mind wanting to say here. We have heartache and loss, so they definitely feel like something wrong is happening. Maybe this person has been hurt, maybe also because of this no contact situation between the two of you, they're experiencing a certain heartache and loss of this connection. We have moving on, so a lot of thinking. This person is stuck in their mind. They feel like in the realm of thought, they need to start thinking about this connection in a different way. Maybe even you ended these things with this person. Maybe there was something, you know, I don't want to say toxic, but I can't find a better word. Maybe there was a toxic behavior from this person. So even though they might feel there is a special circumstance, special connection that they feel with you, they were still acting in a toxic way towards you. So I feel like maybe you ended things because this person is feeling emotional heartbreak here with you. So maybe you ended things with them. You were like, hell no, this is not how we are going to do things. So, you know, deal with your own shit. Maybe you were like that, and they had to shift. They had to turn towards themselves to find what is not serving, what is not right within their own world. And this is leading them to deal with their own stuff now, which is not so pretty, which is just definitely stuck in their own thoughts. So they're very, very stuck in their own loops at the moment here. So let's see what else, Spirit, what else for group number 2, for the realm of thoughts. Not feeling aligned within their base chakra, so not grounded, but very connected to Spirit. This person is not grounded, very much feels like anxiety here, like an inability to let go of this connection, let go of you, and also a very active crown chakra. This is quite bad because the root is unhinged, unbalanced, and the crown is allowing in information. Maybe it's even being overactive right now. So this person might have a lot of, you know, spiritual downloads, but then has an inability to ground this in the physical, which is just, you know, an suboptimal is what I would say. It's very suboptimal when it comes to this. Like this person might be in contact with truth, but then has a strong inability to ground this truth in the physical reality, which can create a lot of trouble for them. So let's see. There is still positive movement forward. So the silver lining, there is positive movement forward for this person physically. So some things are shifting for them on the physical level, but there is still a lot that needs to be done here, you guys. There is still a lot that this person needs to go through. You know, with all of these 3 cards, this feels like this person has a lot to go to. And yeah, they should just stay in this emotional withdrawal a bit, because it just feels like they need to balance themselves out here. If you feel guided to, you can contact this person. Of course, you can stay in contact with them if you're guided to do that. But still, it's something that you do need to decide for yourself. You have the information now from this reading, so you are free to choose whatever you want here. So I'm just going to take this out a bit. And we're going to look at what is the guidance for you now, group number 3. So what's the guidance here? So Spirit, please, for group number 3, what's the guidance for them? Okay, we have here great awakening. Walk in your truth. Stand firm in your light. All right. So your question here is, how can you trust yourself more? Yeah, very powerful, very, very, very strongly, I feel like, connected to this person as well. Okay, so I want to show you this card and then tell you a bit about this card as well. So at this point in your spiritual journey here, you may be beginning to feel pulled between your old life and the new life that is emerging for you. You have started to wake up to new possibilities, ideas, and even dreams might be telling you things about yourself at this point. So Spirit is basically saying that the real you has arrived and is emerging into all that you came to be. So let yourself grow by committing to standing in your truth. This means you honor your own path and stand proud in your own light. Everything you have been through is part of your growth and your great awakening. You've been preparing for this. The path to wholeness, well-being, and enlightenment can feel lonely if you are growing faster than those around you. And this is a reminder that you are never alone and great love surrounds you at all times. You just need to remember it, awaken to it. So keep pursuing your passion and living from your heart. At this point, the earth needs your light. And remember that knowledge is the ultimate power, and knowing your true self will set you free. So the assignment, the divine assignment for this card is to state your desires, dreams, and intentions aloud to the universe. You can write it all down in a journal and give yourself time to reflect. And afterwards, be still and see what messages come to you. Trust the inspiration that comes and realize this is all part of your awakening. You are guided to walk in your truth. Stand proud in your sovereignty. Keep on this path and trust the universe and the light within yourself. By saying yes to your life and your dreams, you push the entire planet into greater harmony. And the best part is also that you don't have to do anything but continue to be and honor yourself, because through this you're going to realize yourself. Also, there's like an additional message coming through here, and that is to observe the woman in this card. For example, let me just show you. I'm just going to bring it a bit closer so I'm able to hold it better for you. So observe the woman on this card. You too can root yourself in your inner knowing and connect to Earth's healing and love. Walk barefoot on the grass or the sand and ground yourself to the energy of Mother Earth. This divine connection of your energy to the Mother Earth then can also free you. So sorry, I just have to look at the booklet. Free you from the confines of the system and give you then innate permission to be who you are meant to be, someone who lives in their love and someone who lives in their light. Okay, so you are a beacon of beauty, so shine on, my beautiful group 3. Your question is, how can I trust myself more? How can you trust yourself more? What actions can you do so you trust yourself more at this time? Then definitely grounding is a big one for you guys. Okay, grounding into the Mother Earth. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for connecting. Hope this resonates. Hope it helps you align. There's strong Saturn energy here as well, so that might be a sign for some of you. Thank you so much for connecting. If you want to book a sacred service with me or something that I offer, you can check out my website. All the information about everything that I offer is over there, so you can book tarot readings, channeling, energy readings, or also manifestation work with me if you're guided to do that. Other than that, just sending you so much love, so much light. If you want more content, you can check out my Patreon. And that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy. I'm wishing you have a beautiful day and looking forward to connecting with you soon in other videos. Bye. Mwah. Oopsie. Bye, guys.